Hey, how's everybody doing? I just wanted to show you it's time to work on the Pac-Man guitar. But my version of this guitar, I'm going to make it with a fixed top-loading Strat style bridge. The neck is going to be a Gibson style bridge where it's going to have the nut. It's not going to be flat, it's going to have the pivot, so I won't need string trees. I am going to configure the tuning keys like that. I bought some tuning pegs that they use in violins and that kind of thing, and it comes to the top and then you tune it through the back. It's going to be really cool. But I've got it positioned right now where it's the correct size. This is 24 frets, and I'm going to be cutting the frets. My version, like I said, top load bridge, Strat style chrome bridge, but I'm going to have one pickup, the humbucker pickup, and it's going to be a passive pickup. It's going to be hot. I'm going to color it the same color, the yellow, just like that. And I'm going to have the volume knob in the eye, which is going to be cool, and that's going to be it. And I'm going to do the dot inlays and then the dot on the shape of the headstock. And this is going to be the first in this series. There's actually going to be 3 guitars that I'm going to make like this. I'm going to make a Pac-Man, a Mrs. Pac-Man, and then a Ghost with Pac-Man at the end, so it's going to be kind of a flip of it. So it's going to be pretty cool. I thought about copying this guitar exact and having the 2 single coils, but I want it to sound good. And I think you'll be able to reach as far as your fingers. I'll have to see when it all, but I'm going to have to cut the neck to be this shape, but I'm going to figure out how to do it, and I'm going to figure a way. So, and then there's going to be black binding around the outside of the guitar, and then it's going to have the input jack right there in chrome, and it's going to have chrome, but okay. And I wanted to show you this first step prior to, here's the neck I'm going to use. I got this neck, actually they sent me this neck and they didn't charge me, so I actually got this neck for free. It was supposedly lost in the mail, so that's where it was at for the last month, and they finally sent it to me. And the seller, I tried contacting the seller and he didn't know anything about it, so basically got this neck for free. Free is good. So alright, so basically what I do, I'm going to tape some paper together the correct size, and then I'm going to start drawing this up, and I'm going to show you this phase of it, because I always show you from the drawing phase on. And when I post this on Facebook page, Brian Pan's Guitars, I'll show you from the drawing phase onward. But this video right here is going to be for YouTube, and this is going to show me actually creating the drawing of the guitar prior to, you know, planning it out and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I've got some blank loose leaf paper, and I'm going to tape it together, and we're going to trace it on the screen there, and we're going to trace it out. Yeah, this is going to be cool. I actually consider doing the Mrs. Pac-Man guitar first, but you know, you got to go with the original first and then go on. And then there's even Pac-Man Jr., and then there's other guitars I want to make, like a Donkey Kong guitar, Mario Brother guitar. I mean, it's infinite. So, but this is going to be the start, the Pac-Man guitar. I think this guitar is going to be really, really cool, and with the black and everything like that. And I'm starting to really dig the yellow color, especially with the Michael Sweet guitar and the Hydra guitar, the Van Halen guitar that I've done. So it's going to be really, really cool. So alright, so let's get this started and tape this together, and we'll be back in a little while. We'll see in a little bit. Alright, I determined that I need 6 pieces of paper. I got them taped together. Okay, now I'm just going to apply it to the screen there, and we're going to trace out the shape. Alright, we'll see in a sec. Alright, got the piece of paper transferred over onto the screen, and now I'm going to trace out the shape, which is, this is going to be relatively simple guitar compared to what I'm used to. But the overall effect is going to be so awesome. But alright, so let me trace this out, and we'll see in a sec. Alright, quick update. Did the measurement and calculations, and this is the first attempt at the drawing. And this shape is just a little too big, so I'm going to have to shrink it down, so I'm going to have to do it again. I recalculated on the screen there, so yeah, I did the calculations. I mean, this would have been a good size. That's a little bit, it's probably about, let's see, the Ghostbuster guitar is 16 and a half inches, and this is almost 19 and a half inches the way it is now. So I'm going to shrink it down to probably about 19 inches. So I'm going to take a little bit off there. Let's see exactly. This is actually about 19 inches, and the initial drawing was actually 20 inches, so it's going to be an inch difference. But I might actually shrink this down just a little further. Actually, it lines up on the frets. The way I'm doing it, normally I align the guitar neck with the neck on the screen. Let me get that real quick. Yeah, normally I'll measure the guitar neck I'm going to use to the guitar neck on the screen, and as you can see on the upper frets, it really doesn't match. What really doesn't matter. What really matters is the lower the frets towards the body, and they're like right on, dead on. So you know, the neck that the neck could actually, this picture could be taken with the neck facing a little bit away from it. So yeah, that'll actually work out pretty good. Might shrink it just a hair more, and that should level, you know, work out to where the bridge is in a good spot as well. So let me do that. Let me make another drawing, and we'll see in a little bit. This happens. I mean, this is all part of the planning phase. Like I said, I'm gonna have the one humbucker, the Strat style bridge. I don't know if this is gonna be the exact bridge I'm gonna use or not. And then the volume knob is going to be black, and it's going to be an eye, and it's going to be hidden, so it's going to actually be really kind of cool. And I might actually, you know, shout out to Mark Murray from Trash to Thrash Guitar Guts. Might actually put a kill switch in here so I can have that effect. Maybe I'll order one of the Guitar Guts kill switches and have a light up yellow. See if they've got a yellow kill switch that I could use, and I can push it and have that cool effect. And I think that'd be cool. Shout out to Mark Murray, you're the man. So let me go draw this again, and we'll see you in a sec. Alright, see you in a minute. Hey, just that quick update. Got the second drawing phase, the second attempt at a drawing completed, and I think it turned out really good. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So I am pleased to announce that well, I'll make another video about that. Alright, we'll see you in a second. Hey everyone, how's everybody doing on this awesome Wednesday evening? It's June 8th, 2022, and I'm pleased to announce that the Pac-Man guitar is in the drawing phase. So here we are. This is basically the layout. It's going to be a pretty simple layout. This is where I got the inspiration from. Pac-Man, a guitar I found online that somebody did. So I'm going to have the dots on the fretboard and the circular. And like I had mentioned before, I'm going to use the violin type tuning pegs. So they're going to be tuned from the rear of the headstock. And I decided to go with the single humbucker configuration with the non-tremolo bridge with a top load. And I still might add a kill switch from Guitar Guts. You guys make some really good products, so I might add a light up kill switch somewhere in this vicinity. But the input jack is going to be right there. The humbucker pickup, that's going to be painted yellow. And I might make, I think I do have I painted also a pickup ring. And I might use the pickup ring, so it might look cool instead of just having it straight to the body, because I think it would add the touch. And I'm going to cut the fretboard just like that on the picture. See how it's cut. I'm going to cut that so it's cool. So this is the beginning stages, and we'll work on this some more. I'll get the basic shape refined, and then we'll go out and cut out some wood, and we'll see how it's going to go. Can't actually, you know, the first guitar, Pac-Man, I can't actually wait to get to the Miss Pac-Man. Let me show you that real quick. I did find a really cool picture online of Miss Pac-Man, and as you know, this is going to be a series of guitars, so let me show you that real quick. Close out the PowerPoint presentations. Okay. So I think I got it. Nope, not in there. Let's see. I have the Pac-Man. Where is the file? There it is. Really cool picture of Mrs. Pac-Man. And let me show you that real quick. Let me bring it a little closer. And I'm going to be doing the same body and the same configuration. Of course, the volume knob is going to be her dimple. But yeah, and then it's going to be on the front and the back. And also the eye, and oh, another thing too is there's going to be a thin white binding, black binding actually, around the top and the bottom. So I'm going to put a binding, it's pretty cool. And I'm going to paint the neck black. So it's going to be black on the, all the way up to the dot, and the dot on the back is going to be the same as the front, because the tuning pegs. But the dot's going to be white, and then the two dots. So, but yeah, let me go to the next step, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Can't wait to get this one on the roll. I'll talk to you soon. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine Sunday day, midday? It is June 19th, 2022, and we're going to continue work on the Pac-Man electric guitar build. So what I'm going to do, next step, I got the shape traced out, and I think this will be, I'm going to use the two layers of the 3/4 inch for this one to keep it fairly light. Although I might actually use the 1/2 inch on the top and the 3/4 on the bottom. Since I'm going to make it like a Strat style bridge and a Fender style neck. So, or actually a Gibson style neck. So I'll figure out that, but the first step is to cut this out and then trace it over on the wood, and we'll see you next step. Alright, got the shape cut out. And now I'm going to go find the wood. I'm going to measure it and see how much big piece of wood I need. And I decided I was going to put some like fins on the side here to increase the stability, but I think it'll be fine. One layer of wood on the bottom will attach to the neck, and I think that'll be enough to put it through. And I'm actually going to cut the neck in this shape and then fit the neck flush in there, and I think between those two things it'll be enough. It'll be very stable. So alright, so let's go find the wood, and we'll see you next step. Alright, quick update on the Pac-Man electric guitar. I've got the two pieces of wood I'm going to use. I cut them 19 inches this away, and the guitar itself is 19 inches, but I cut the wood 19.5 just to give myself a little extra room. And that's basically how it's going to go right there, of course. And I'm going to cut both pieces, and then on the top piece I'm going to cut away that, and I'm going to have to figure that angle for the bridge, so I'm going to save that piece. And then once I, right now the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily, as always, join these two pieces together, so that way when I get it on the scroll saw I can cut out the shape and everything will be cool. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got both pieces temporarily screwed together. I'm using 4 screws to join them temporarily. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape my overlay on the two pieces, and then I'm going to trace it out with pencil, and then we're going to get out the scroll saw and we're going to cut out the shape. Should be a fairly simplistic one on this this particular guitar. So, but I'm going to try to make as always, try to make the finish as perfect as possible. And like I said before, yellow with black outline on the inlay, black paint inlay on the top and on the bottom, and then the neck going through, and then you'll see on the neck what I got planned. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got it traced out, the shape. Let me peel it off and show you. The shape of the guitar. Awesome, pretty simplistic like I said before. Got the scroll saw queued up, and we'll get ready to cut out the shape. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, about 1/3 of the way, getting there. We'll see you next step. Alright, she's getting there. Alright, the shape is cut out. It's looking sweet. Pac-Man guitar has taken shape. Cool. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll separate these two pieces, and on the top piece only I'll cut out the line and cut out the middle section, and then use that as a reference on the neck. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got the two pieces separated, and I got it marked out, top piece where I'm going to cut. Alright, let me cut that, so we'll see you next step. Alright, cut out the piece, and this is the piece I'm going to use on the guitar neck. That way I can get exactly the cut I need, because I'll be cutting the neck, as you remember. And let me temporarily join these back together, and I guess we'll get the guitar neck out here. And oh man, kind of a stressful stressful cut there. Make sure that that fits in the pocket perfectly. Alright, we'll see you next step. See you in a bit. Alright, got the neck out, got the back plate that I'm going to be attaching this guitar neck. And what I'm going to do now, next step is, you see how I got that piece that I cut from the body. I'm going to apply it. This is a 24 fret neck. I got it specifically for the length of 24 frets. So I'm going to try to get this as perfectly even as possible. Try to get it right on there, and I'm going to tape off where the guitar neck is I'm going to actually tape off where I'm going to cut. And then I'll cut this. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got it taped off where I'm going to cut. This is kind of a stressful part. I did notice that it's going to leave a little bit of a, if you could see, yeah, right there. A little bit of a triangle that's not going to be, the neck's not going to fit. It's going to fit up to about right there, which is fine because I could fill that piece in and it'll still match up and it'll be good. And I'll paint that little section, little piece, maybe black, maybe. So, yeah. Or it'll be underneath so you won't even see it. So it could be yellow, but when I do the binding, yeah, maybe I'll color it black. But alright, so let me cut this, fingers crossed, because this is a one-time shot to get this right. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Alright, successful cut of the neck. Yeah, that is awesome. Let me show you. Yeah. See, what I'm gonna do, see that little nub right there, that little piece? I've got extra neck material, and I'm gonna fill that in there. But let me see if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, see, this fits right into there perfectly. Look at that. And that's the way it's gonna go. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. And see, with that other piece that I'm gonna put in the neck there, it's gonna be awesome. And what I'm gonna do once I get that piece glued in, we'll see that next step. Then I'm going to attach the neck, and then we can start measuring where everything else is going to go. But let me get that other piece of neck material, and we'll be right back. Alright, I'll be doing another quick update. Yeah, I've added the little extra piece of material, and it is looking awesome. And it fits perfectly into the body. Doing this with one hand again. As you can see, perfect fit. Everything looks good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually attach the neck. So, gonna get that going. I got my plate here, and then my screws, and then we'll see how it goes. Alright, fingers crossed on this one. Alright, see you in a sec. Alright, just wanted to show you the progress of installing the back plate. Yeah, it looks pretty good, looks pretty square, looks pretty even. Got one screw, got the other one drilled, getting ready to screw the other screw in. Alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright, and a quick update. Got the neck installed, and it is looking so cool. Wow, that turned out awesome. And the neck actually worked out better than I anticipated. That is just amazing. And it's 24 frets, so I mean, you could probably reach to like the 21st like a strap, but I doubt you can reach to the other ones. But yeah, I think it and it's a little bit girthy. If anybody's got a guess of the weight, I just weighed it, and it weighs 9.8 pounds right now. So you can imagine it'll probably gain another pound or so when I add all the hardware and all the paints and all the body filler and everything like that. But yeah, it looks pretty killer. Alright, just wanted to show you today's progress. And what I'll probably do, next step is I'll probably either sand that a little bit more perfect, and then I think I might have to add a little body filler just there, just a hair over on this side, just to make it perfect, because that's the way I roll. And I'm going to take these edges down with just some sandpaper. Normally I put the bevel on there and bevel it, but with the binding I'm going to put a thin, like I said before, a thin binding around the top and the bottom. And I think it'll just look better that way. And I'm going to countersink the eyeball, like the eyeball here. So that way it gives it a three-dimensional look, like I've done on the Ghostbuster guitar. When I draw it out, I'm going to sink it down probably about so when I paint it black, it'll give it a 3D appearance. So that'll be pretty cool. And I can't wait for now. Next step 2 also going to be the shape the headstock as the power button, and it's going to be bigger. And then, like I said before, there's going to be, like you've seen the picture that I'm imitating, dots for the pellets there. me swing it around so you can get a better look of it. Yeah. Alright, how's everybody doing? Just a conclusion of today's work on the Pac-Man electric guitar. I attached the neck, I cut the neck, filled in all the pocket. Let me just show you how it looks. It's very cool. And the neck pocket, of course, you know, I'll do all the body filler and make it all perfect, of course. But yeah, it turned out really good. Better than I expected. It seems like I say that a lot, don't I? But yeah, that is pretty cool. And of course, you know the pictures, so you know what I'm gonna do. No need going through that. But yeah, it's cool. And for those that are curious how much it weighs at this point, I actually did weigh it because I showed somebody and they're like, that looks heavy. And I said, it's not too bad. It's actually 9.8 pounds right now without the hardware. So it'll probably add about a pound or so when I add the hardware and the body filler and the paint and everything like that. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the eye is in the shape of Pac-Man, and I'm actually going to countersink that. And that's where the pedometer, the volume knob, is going to go. And it's going to have the single humbucker, and it's going to be the Strat style bridge, the top load Strat style bridge, and that's it. And then the black outline around there, and then the yellow. And so that's going to be very cool. So I just wanted to show you the wrap up for today. That'll be it for today. I'm tired. It's getting kind of late. So, and then tomorrow we'll get started and we'll actually shape the circle for the power button on here. And I might have mentioned this before, but I'm going to put the tuning keys 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in a row, kind of like a Strat or a V, in the shape of like the V. And I've got I bought the tuners, 2 of them actually, because they only come 4 per tuners, but they're like kind of like the violin tuners or the the classical musical instruments where you actually tune from the back. And I'll show you that when I have them in the other room, but I'll show you that. But yeah, conclusion of today's, and I think the input jack's gonna go somewhere in this vicinity probably. And I'm not sure about the Strat buttons. Probably one there for sure. And then one probably up here like on the Ghostbuster guitar, because that turned out pretty good. I put the Strat button there and the one here, and it sat pretty perfect on the body. So, yep. End of today's conclusion. Hope everybody has a great day. And I'm still deciding whether to put a truss rod cover. I think I might put a truss rod cover because then I can put my logo on the truss rod cover, and that way I could name the guitar. You know me, because I didn't actually name it on the Ghostbuster guitar. I didn't put my logo or anything, so you really can't tell that I made the guitar per se. I mean, the videos and everything. But yeah, I might do that or I might not. I'm definitely going to cut this straight. You see it's an angle right now, but it's going to go straight to the power button, and that's going to be black, and the power button's going to be white. And then I'm going to paint the power button or the little pellets on the fretboard. So, alright, hope everybody has a good night, and we will see you tomorrow to continue. And it will be continuing work on the Ninja Warrior guitar, amongst others. And I hope everybody has a good night, like I said, and we will see you soon.